Hello, you're watching Outsiders. I'm James Morrow here as always with your hosts Rowan Dean and Rita Panahy. And in America, the holiday season is in full swing. Now, in a moment, I'm going to round up all the ways defeated Democrats are playing Grinch to ruin everyone's good time this Thanksgiving and Christmas season. But first, everyone is by now well familiar with Donald Trump's signature dance move, the two-fisted Trump dance, that has become so popular that even players in the woke NFL are now doing it after touchdowns. Quite the change from back when they used to take the knee. Well, guess what? It's not a new thing, the Trump dance. This is not just a new thing this campaign. I have found video of Donald Trump doing his thing while watching a beauty pageant in what is believed to have been the mid-2000s. So we're talking like 20 years ago. Have a look.
Who won Miss Universe?
Ah, good times there. But you know who's not having a good time? American lefties, Democrats, progressive socialists, communists, Hamas huggers, the whole lot of them. I mean, think about what they've been through. Not only did Donald Trump win the election with a too big to rig popular and electoral majority, but it's also, yes, the holidays, which are always hell for these types because they represent all sorts of things like religion and family togetherness that they just absolutely loathe. This means, along with a slew of news and advice columns running through the press about why, yes, it is a good idea to cut your family off if you don't agree with them, further proving my point that leftism is indeed a cult, they are also taking to the streets to do things like interrupt the cherished Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade because, I don't know, Palestine. Tell you what, liberal New Yorkers protesting for Palestine really is the ultimate turkeys for Thanksgiving, but I digress. Meanwhile, news site Axios has come out with its own hot take on Thanksgiving, saying that the holiday is really based on racial exclusion. While Squad member and Rashida Tlaib, a member of the Democrat Party in good standing, posted on Instagram connecting the war in Palestine with the fate of, quote-unquote, indigenous people in America. She wrote, quote, "We mourn the indigenous people killed by European settlers and the United States in order to steal their land," unquote. Yes, that's right. Just think about that. There, a popular sitting Democrat congresswoman essentially tipped a bucket of the proverbial on America's favorite holiday, and not only that, suggested the entire United States is illegitimate and stolen. We could find her a place in the Australian Senate. Now, anyone wondering why they aren't on a winning streak these days, these Democrats? I don't know. It's beyond me. Meanwhile, with Thanksgiving in the books, it's time for Americans to do a little Christmas shopping. And Joe Biden, yeah, the guy who's still the president, he was out hitting the Black Friday sales, according to the New York Post. Biden was seen picking up a copy of Columbia University professor Khalid Rashidi's book, The 100-Year War on Palestine, A History of Settler Colonialism and Resistance. The book argues that, quote, "The modern history of Palestine can best be understood in these terms, as a colonial war waged against the indigenous population by a variety of parties to force them to relinquish their homeland to another people against their will." Well, I guess Joe Biden's, though, he's probably too checked out to read a book like that anyway. Maybe it was just a gift for Ashley. But ordinary Americans without the benefit of Secret Service protection when they go shopping have not had such an easy time filling their Christmas list. Not just due to Biden-era inflation, of course, but, yes, you guessed it, pro-Palestine demonstrators. Seen here taking over a Boston shopping mall as locals made their way to, again, the Black Friday sales. Have a look. Where are the mall cops and all that, I gotta wonder. Anyway, folks, this all just proves it. The left is the reason why we can't have nice things. Can you imagine how insufferable things would be if these people had actually won that election? Well, they